Welcome, super friends. Welcome back or welcome to the Sacred News and Weather. My name is Dana Friedman, and I am an intuitive, a healer, a coach, a mama, a nurse, and any number of things. And I'm so grateful for your tuning in and being here with me today. I just want you all to know that I am really feeling the depth of the channel growing. When I tuned into my meditation this morning for us, it's like, wow, I could feel just the collective so much richer, I guess is the word. It's not like bigger, but I could just feel the depth, and I could feel all of the lines of energy from all of the different people who are coming here to tune into a message. So thank you. And I want you to know that you are actually co-creating this experience with me. So it's not just me talking about what I think or what I see just for the sake of talking. It is me tuning into you and hopefully giving you what you need. And what's coming through, what came through today is, again, it feels really rich. It feels a little edgy. My guides, I grew up, I don't know if you all know this. I have lived in California for very nearly 30 years, but I grew up on the East Coast in New Jersey, and I went to college in Manhattan, and I have a lot of Jersey girl energy in me, despite the fact that I have lived in California far longer than I've ever been in New Jersey. And when my guides talk to me, they're sometimes a little Jersey sassy. And this morning was one of those days. And I'm just going to launch right into the message. What I do want to say before I do, though, is take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I don't like people to squish themselves into a box in order to fit this message. This message may not be for you. And if it's not, bless and release and find a message. There's plenty below for you to choose from, and there's plenty more to come. So if today is not your day, fear not, there will be more for you another day. So now I'm going to go into what my Sassy Pants guides decided to share with me this morning, which is tell the truth, mother. Bleep. I'm not going to start swearing at the very beginning of this message because sometimes you get a little ding from the YouTubes when you start swearing immediately, but I am sometimes a little sweary, and it does sometimes come out here. But yeah, tell the truth, mother. Bleep. And I was like, whoa, okay. What's here? What's here for us? And so, in staying with the energy of tell the truth, mother bleeper, um, the first image that I saw was the devil card from the tarot. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm evoking the devil here. Not While I do believe that there are dark forces among us, I do not dilly-dally in the energy of that particular theme. What that card means to me is stuckness, stuck energy, being bound to something in the material world, being bound to a substance, being bound to patterns, being in your shadow self. So, really like surface level, sticky, bound to not that which is not serving you or the rest of humanity. And so tell the truth, motherfucker. And now I'm just going to say it. And the devil card were the first two pieces that came through. I did end up drawing the devil card, I'll have you know, and I was using the Light Seers deck. So it is a very beautiful, very tempting image of a very handsome man with kind of big hair and big green eyes saying, come hither, come toward me. So what does it all mean? So sitting with that order to tell the truth, I felt it on several levels. And so each of you will resonate with this energy differently. But first and foremost, I think we're being invited to stop lying to ourselves, right? So not even to another, but stop lying to yourself about what you desire, what is true for you, what is your soul's desire underneath all of the stories, all of the storylines, all of the old patterns, all of the old wounding. It's like the feeling is that y'all know. You know what you want, you know what you desire, you know what's actually for you, and there's this element of keeping it at bay, like I'm gonna keep it over here. What I want, what I desire, what is truly for me, I'm gonna keep it over here, and in the meantime, I'm gonna stay stuck in these old patterns. I'm gonna stay stuck in my own bullshit. I'm gonna stay stuck here because what I know, the devil you know, is better than the devil I don't. And there's so much fear in here. And I don't believe in the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. I believe the devil you know is the very thing that is keeping you bound, that is keeping you stuck to the old ways, to the old patterns. And for some of you, those old ways and those old patterns are truly substances, alcohol, drugs, whatever, sex, like addictions. Like it feels like for some of you, it is truly like I'm stuck in my addictions because I'm afraid of what it would look like to not have these addictions. For others of you, and it may be this for the very same people who feel like they're stuck in addictions, for others of you, it was like kind of addictions light. And the way I was shown that it's like the element of the sun, the element of fire. We're in the energy of summer right now, and fire when it's healthy fire, it's like that fire of productivity, it's that fire of, it's like the warmth of the sun, the unity. It is like the summer barbecue energy, the partying, the and so for some of you it's not like substances like I have an addiction, but the summer energy has taken over, and now I'm a little bit too in my cups at the end of the day. I'm maybe starting a little earlier, ending a little later. Whereas you might wait for the weekend to have a drink, you're like, oh, it's Tuesday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, it's the weekend somewhere. So there's a little bit of that. So I don't want to say that if you're drinking a little too much or I don't know, taking a few too many gummies. I don't want to insinuate that you are addicted. It's just that that energy is there, and it's that numbing energy, which is also what the devil energy feels like to me. It's the way that we numb to keep ourselves out of fear, to keep ourselves out of the truth. I'm going to go back there, I promise, to keep ourselves out of the truth and in the devil we know. There's more here, and I'm going to be quiet for a minute because I'm getting a little ping. It's not coming through clearly. Substances, patterns, numbing. What are you trying to tell me? I'm going to leave it because I'm not getting it. So, anyway, the devil, addictions, numbingness. In what way are you numbing? In what way are you denying yourself your desire, the truth, because you're afraid of what's there? You're afraid of looking at what's there. So you're staying in this numbing place. You're staying in the old patterns. You're just kind of it, and the feeling is we're just feeling is we're circling the drain, but we're still up high enough that we can choose to not go all the way down the drain. It's like we're circling, we're circling, we're circling. I think this is what I was being shown here because I was being shown a spiral, and normally I associate a spiral with like a turning inward, which is where we're being invited to. But right now we're circling and circling and circling the drain, and like I feel like we're in this place of choice where if you choose to stay with that devil energy, if you choose to stay bound, if you choose to stay in your old patterns and your old addictions and your old ways, in there's something about the surface level as well, because there we are at the top of the drain circling. We're not at the bottom. So it's like staying on the surface, staying on the surface, staying on the surface instead of going deep. Okay, this is going to get tricky because the imagery is like if we stay in this devil energy, if we stay in the lies or the untruths, I'm coming back to it, we're going to plunge down, we're going to just go down the drain. And I don't believe that there's no coming back from going down the drain. But what I think that I'm being shown is that we're just like staying at this surface level. We're staying stuck, we're staying stuck, we're staying stuck, and we're being invited to choose to go not down the drain. And it feels a little bit like, if I choose something different, I'm going to go down the drain. It's going to be too hard. I'm going to get lost. I'm not going to be able to come back. And at least here, I'm like still skimming the surface. At least here, I'm still like, there's still hope, maybe, or there's still like not choosing. There's like, I'm just comfortable here circling the drain. And what you're being invited to do is actually tell the truth. Tell the truth to yourself, to go deep in to that truth. And where you think you're going to go down the drain, you're actually going to go turn more deeply into your own heart space, where it's actually far less frightening than you believe, here as you're circling, as you're circling, as you're circling, and lying to yourself, lying to another, lying to many. First and foremost, it feels like we are denying ourselves a truth. So I want to come back to the truth here. It feels like we are there is something that know. You know at an intuitive level, or and if you don't know it yet, you will know. It's like, and it may even come through from this message. It may even come through this reading. But there is some truth that you know, whether it is like, I love this person and I'm not going toward him, her, them, because I'm afraid. And so I'm just going to stay here and stay stuck here on these, in this surface level relationship, in this surface level interaction, or denying myself altogether because I'm afraid of what it would look like to connect with my person. For some of you, it's your soul's purpose, it's your soul's work. For some of you, there is this denial of the truth about who you are, who you really are. And the circling of the drain, that's staying here, that's staying at the same level, is just like that workaday life. I'm staying in this job, I'm staying in what I know, because the devil that I know is better than the devil that I don't. Again, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. It's not true. The only way we grow and expand is to know what we desire and dive into it all the way, and say screw it to our fear and just go all the way in. And that, I feel like, is what we're being invited into with the tell the truth, motherfucker. Tell the truth. Tell yourself the truth. Tell your partner the truth. Tell the man you love, the woman you love. Tell the truth. Tell yourself the truth about your own feelings, about your own desires, about your own needs, your own wants. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to get unbound from that devil energy of complacency. And for some of you, it is simply complacency. It's like, I'm not miserable, but I'm not happy, and I'm just kind of treading water, circling the drain. But for some of you, there is like true misery here, and you don't actually believe that you deserve love, that you deserve what you desire, that you deserve, that you're worthy of it. And that's a piece that's here too. The guilt, the fear, the worthiness, all of those feel wrapped up in why you're denying the truth to yourself, why you're denying the truth to others, why you're denying yourself what it is that you most desire. Tell the truth, motherfucker. It is time to come clean. It's time to come clean to your own soul and go all the way in and see what's there, and know that there's an element of bravery here. It's like but for some of you, it's like, I can't be brave, so it's going to be impulse. So that's there too. It's like, for some of you, it's like it's going to be this like well-worn groove of circling the drain, and well-worn groove. And you're like, okay, Dana said, tell the truth. Let's get real. What do I actually want? Who do I need to tell? Who do I need to share it with? Is it myself? Is it another person? Is it my boss? Who is it for? And you're going to like get really brave, and you're going to prepare the conversation, and you're going to come forth, and you're going to tell the truth. For others of you, it's going to be a really impulsive moment in time, where it's just going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And that the it I feel like I can feel where it's going to vary. For some of you, it's a really difficult conversation, and that thread of energy has carried in from the two previous readings that I've done, that like fear of communicating, fear of actually saying the words like, I love you, or this job sucks, or I can't be with you anymore. Whatever that truth is, that truth that needs to be shared with another person, for some of you it's that feeling. For others of you, it's like getting really real with yourself and making a choice to leave your job, making a choice to like quit drinking, quit smoking, quit whatever it is that has you bound to something that is not the truth of who you are. Sorry, I'm hearing something. Yeah, what I'm hearing, and this may not be comfortable for some of you, but I'm going to just say exactly what I heard, which is like your what I heard was your lack of truth is keeping you from God. And I use the word God. I'm comfortable with it. I might have lost half of you by saying it, but God, divine, spirit, your highest self, I don't care what you call it, but it's your magic. It is like your true connectivity with your most abundant, most divine self. And what I'm hearing is your inability to tell the truth is keeping you from God. And again, I don't mean like God, white dude in the sky with the long beard. I mean, God in here. There's that spiraling in. Your inability to tell the truth to yourself or another is keeping you from love. It is keeping you from your deepest experience of love. It is keeping you from your deepest experience of abundance. It is keeping you from living the life that you desire. Now, there's another piece that's coming in here just now also, which is like that piece of like the word that I hear is victimhood, right? So there is a way that we hold our own energy that keeps us in victimhood. It's this belief that we're not worthy of love. It's the belief that we're not worthy of our soul's purpose. It's this belief that we're not worthy of all that is truly meant for us. But there's a flip side of that that is here also, because, again, I always talk about we like to polarize or dualize energy in our human world, and we're all everything. And so for some of you, you're playing the role of victim, but inadvertently, because I can see where you're like trying to, like, part of the cover up, part of the masking, part of the addiction, part of the denial is in like this rejection of I am a victim. And for the victimhood piece, what I'm seeing now, it's like childhood wounds. It's like old shit. It's really old, like ancestral childhood things that you've carried along into this lifetime that don't actually even belong to you, but were heaped onto you. And you're holding this feeling of victimhood, but you're like, like nothing bad ever happened to me. Like there was food on the table, there was love, like it wasn't perfect, but I'm fine. But and I'm still miserable. Why am I still miserable? And so I'm doing all the numbing in whatever way you choose with your numbing of choice. For others of you, and this is a little stickier even, there's this feeling of, but I'm a good person. I deserve more than what I'm getting. And why am I not getting what I deserve? And that's the piece of truth that you're being invited to take a more sorry, I heard a word, magnetized. I think it's magnified, but I think it's interesting that magnetized and magnified just came through, because here's the thing. Look at that place in you where you're like, I deserve more than what I have. Why is this all I have? Why don't I have love? Why don't I have money? Why don't I have the job of my dreams? Why don't I have a child yet? Why didn't I get this? Why? Look at that under the magnifying glass, because that is what you are magnetizing to you. The more that your truth is, I don't deserve this, or I do deserve this, why am I not getting it? The more that is what you're going to magnetize to yourself. We get what we want by vibrating in the frequency of that which we desire. And that's tricky. You hear so many people talk about the law of attraction and thoughts become things, and you'll always hear me say, yes, and because we can have the thought, I deserve $1 million. But if the feeling that comes afterwards is, "But I don't have it yet, and what could I possibly do to get it?" And, like, I how do I even get to $1 million? And you start having this other narrative, it's like, "Wah, wah, wah, wah," you lose the whole frequency, and so if you are in this place of, "But I'm such a good person, I have so much love, I do so many good things, why don't I have what I desire?" Well, it's because you're questioning why you don't have what you desire, and that's part of the truth that you're being invited to look at. It was a whole tangent that I did not expect to go on, but here we are. I'm going to be quiet for a moment and see if there's something more that wants to come from magnetize, magnify, truth, tell the truth. I'm still feeling like, as I say it, I'm still feeling that stickiness in my throat, which again means that some of you just need to have difficult conversations, like out loud conversations. I think I'm repeating myself now. When I'm channeling, I don't always know what I'm saying, and I'm working on opening my eyes and connecting with you a little bit more. And so I'm sometimes losing a little bit of the thread of what I was saying to reconnect with you here with the peepers. Hmm. So the other piece that came through, and this was kind of a funny, I'll give you a little insight into how some of my magic works. I heard the person you were 10 minutes ago is not who you need to be now. Like we get to choose um, who we want to be. And we tend to believe that, again, the devil, like the person I was 5 minutes ago is the person I am now. And what I'm hearing is, by speaking your truth, by admitting the truth, admitting your desires, admitting what you want, admitting what's no longer working for you, just in that facing of the truth, in that moment, in and of itself, whether you can hold it or not, there's an invitation into the recognition that all the bullshit that you've been believing about who you are can actually fall away. It can just disappear. Like, even if it's just for that fleeting moment, allow yourself to feel into the idea that you are not obligated to be the same person you were 10 minutes ago. And I referred to the way my magic works is because I happened to be scrolling through Facebook earlier, and I saw I had that feeling, I had that thought come through. I wrote it down in my notebook, and then I scrolled past Rob Bresney, who is an astrologer. He's a local Bay Area astrologer. And he had this picture, and what he had written was, "You are under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago," or something like that. That's what he wrote. And I wrote, "You're not the same person you were 5 minutes ago," is what I wrote down, like probably like 20 minutes before. So, and just a little insight into the way my magic works. Sometimes I see what I'm going to see, and that's one of those moments. So, truth, circling the drain, and choosing to go all the way down, but not down a rabbit hole, not down into the darkness necessarily, but recognizing that by coming off of the drain, coming off of the spire, choosing to go down, you may go further into shadow. That doesn't mean I want you to go further into your cups or further into your numbing mechanisms, but I want you to go further into the shadow from a clear-headed place to set yourself free, because that's what we're being invited into. That's the truth that we're being invited into. The rest of the cards that I saw, so I already shared the devil, and in sort of a past, present, future spread, I saw the Emperor, the Seven of Swords, and the good news is the Four of Wands. So the Emperor, in context with the devil, to me, the Emperor can represent the divine masculine. It can represent divine masculine, like benevolent, the benevolent king, that good king energy of I am the ruler of my people and I'm a benevolent ruler and I recognize what my people need and I am able to give them and provide for them what they need. So for some of you, this is actually a beautiful thing. That you're in your emperor energy. You are the ruler of your own kingdom or queendom. Again, energy can be reversed. I'm not attached to this being masculine energy, but the way that I read it in that past energy with in conjunction with the devil, the way that I felt the emperor was really in that controlly, and we talked about this on Wednesday, that I'm trying to control. I am not free because I'm trying to control my safety. I'm trying to control my fear. I'm trying to control, like there was this very sticky, controlly feeling that that devil energy that you're in is because you weren't feeling like you were in control or you don't feel like you're in control. And what you're looking for is that graspy kind of control. And so being invited to actually release control and again, lean back. This is direct from Wednesday as well. Lean back into trust that if you are truthful with yourself, if you're truthful with whomever you need to have that honest conversation with, that while you think you have control by keeping it to yourself and keeping it here and keeping it small, you will actually be so much more free once you have this conversation, once you have the come to Jesus moment with yourself, once you can look at your own bad self and see and know this is what I really desire. This is what I really want. This is what I deserve. And that deserve word feels really sticky also because there's something in that truth that in the truth that you're trying to bury, that you're trying to numb, that you're trying to control. It's that feeling of I don't deserve, like I am so bad or wrong that I don't deserve what is for me, what is actually for me. I don't deserve that love. I don't deserve that job. I don't deserve that relationship. I don't deserve happiness. And again, it's bullshit. It is bullshit. And it is your nervous system trying to keep you safe and stuck in your old patterns, circling that drain on the same numbing circle. And it's time to go into your shadow, to go into your truth, to see what's there and allow yourself to come off that line, knowing that when you go in, when you go down, you're not going to go down a rabbit hole into more despair. That's what that devil wants you to believe. That devil wants you to believe that if you get to that truth, if you jump off that numbing line, if you jump off that drain and go down into the shadow, you're going to lose yourself. You're gonna like I don't know, you're gonna I almost said wake up dead, and that's kind of a feeling. It's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wake up dead." And you are. So I don't think that's wrong. You are going to experience a death of that person you were 5 minutes ago and a rebirth of the person that you are meant to be, that you deserve to be. And I'm gonna leave that thread of energy there. Sorry, again, I'm trying to go back and forth and it's not working as well as me just staying in, but I'm trying. I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to connect with you. And I'll lose my connection. Emperor, divine masculine, controlling. We want to leave control behind. And where we are in the present is at the Seven of Swords. And I got to say, like I think I said on Wednesday, I saw that Knight of Wands and I was like, "Ugh, I hate that card." And I hate this card as well, because to me, it is like the betrayal and the liar, liar, pants on fire card. And so when I see that, I when I see the Seven of Swords, I'm like, okay, somebody like who like somebody is betraying or being betrayed. Somebody is lying. And again, tell the truth. So here we are, right? Here's why I'm giving you this reading in the first place. Tell the truth. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to another. Now, there's another meaning of this card, and that is if on the traditional Rider Waite deck, in the traditional Rider Waite, he is the character is a masculine on the card, and he is stealing swords, and there is a way of interpreting this card that is, he's picking up the sword so he can't possibly be stabbed by them, right? He's trying to keep people from wounding each other. But here's the thing, it's like you're lying to yourself, you're lying to others because you think you're trying to keep them safe, right? Like, I'm gonna take these swords, I'm gonna steal them. Say that 3 times fast. I'm gonna steal these 7 swords so that I can't be stabbed, right? If I steal these swords, if I lie, if I deceive, if I betray, maybe not if you actively betray, but if I stay in if I collect these swords, then I'm keeping someone else from getting hurt. I'm keeping myself from getting hurt. I'm staying in the old patterns that I know that are really painful. I'm staying in the devil I know because my nervous system is trying to keep me safe. It's trying to keep me from that very thing I fear, that very truth that I fear. It's trying to keep me from growth, honestly, and we don't always recognize it as that. We don't we our nervous systems work really hard and keep us in our old crap to keep us safe. It's because at some point in your life you needed whatever fear you had, whatever wounding you had, because you were wounded, and you knew that if I continue to do this I will stay safe. So if I continue to deny the truth of who I am, if I continue to deny what I want to be, who I am, who I want to be, who I want to be with, if I continue to deny myself of that, I will stay safe. And we are being invited into telling the truth so that we can break out of this cycle of betraying ourselves, betraying others, and we can get to the Four of Wands. Now, I love the Four of Wands. I'm going to take a sip of water here. Uh, I love the Four of Wands. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck, and I was really glad after all of this heaviness to have that come forward. The Four of Wands is a really stable foundation. It is 1111. It is a portal. Some of you may be seeing 1111. May have some of you. I have a game with 1111. When I see it come up on my phone, I'm always like, "Oh, it's a portal. How am I going to use it? Where am I going?" And so, some of you may have that experience as well. The Four of Wands is the portal. It is the portal into the life that you desire. It is like admitting the truth, facing the truth, having the difficult conversation, looking at your shadow, whatever it is you need to do to look at the beautiful, bold, magical, joyful, joyous creature that you truly are underneath all of the wounding. Whatever you need to do, whatever conversation you need to have, whatever depth you need to go there. Because when you come through the portal, when you come through, when you face the truth and come through the portal, you are going to get the Four of Wands, which is a beautiful, stable foundation. It usually means to me healthful relationship. It's wands are summer energy, it's fire energy, it's prosperity and abundance. It's like stability of prosperity and abundance. It's stability of love and relationship. It can be a marriage card. And that card came forward as if you face your motherfucking truth, if you are willing to look at it, what is here for you is the Four of Wands. It is that stable foundation. It is that, like, you're coming through into the new world and the sun is shining. It's beautiful, it is magical, and it is a place that you can truly build from. And you get to rest there too. So it's like you get to do all of this hard work, and then you get to rest in the loving arms of the Four of Wands, of this stable foundation of, like, okay, we're going to build here together. There's something here. And whether together is with you and yourself, whether together is with you and the divine, whether together is with you and another person, or you and another work relationship, whatever it is, you have that stability. You get to that stable foundation from which you can build from. Now, and I wish that for all of you. And I feel like so much of that facing the truth is going to be in letting go of the fear, letting go of the guilt, letting go of the unworthiness, letting go of that narrative that keeps you bound to your bullshit and from your four of wands. So much of what you need to face is not the other person, but facing the truth of who you are, which is magical, inherently deserving of love simply because you exist, no matter what you have done or have not done in the whole and the entirety of your lifetime. The divine doesn't care. Love doesn't care. Love knows, the divine knows that you are inherently deserving of love simply because you exist. And if that's the truth that you need to face and look at this week, today, whenever you catch this message, these messages are timeless. So whenever you're tuning in, the truth of who you are is that you come from love, you are made of love, you are going toward love, and you've been doing this for hundreds of thousands of lifetimes. I am a reader of the Akashic Records. I tune into people's lifetimes. Most of the people in my realm have, like, this is not your first rodeo. Your soul has been on a journey for hundreds of thousands of lifetimes. And in this lifetime, if you are meant to tune into this message to understand that you are love and you are inherently deserving of love, and you are designed to receive love, and not just this surface level bullshit love, but like the deep going down the drain, going all the way in and recognizing that you are divinity and you can move from this place of love and divinity, then that's the truth that you're going to get to today. Here's the rub. And for some of you, it might not be a rub, but for some of you, you might have a different interpretation of the Temperance card, because the overarching energy, which is the, for me, the card at the bottom of the deck, but I didn't draw cards today. This is just what came forward, and it came forward as like the punctuation mark on this message, was the Temperance card. And now people who read tarot sometimes like see the Temperance card as this like delight of, it's often the Archangel Gabriel who's on the card. And the Archangel Gabriel, for me, he is the great communicator. He is the messenger of God. He's that throat chakra. Remember, we all need to have these difficult conversations, whether it's with ourselves or another. Like, that's Gabriel. Gabriel, the energy of Temperance is the energy of the Archangel Gabriel, who is here to proclaim the truth. In He is also known as Jabril, or I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but he was the one who brought the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad. So he is the deliverer of divine truth. And so that's who's on the Temperance card, is the Archangel Gabriel on the traditional Temperance card. And he is definitely a messenger of God. Um, but he is also like the Temperance card is the great alchemizer. So it is the combination of the alchemization of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It in angel form, I mean, it is an angel card, right? So you have an angel looking out for you, which feels like, oh, that should be delightful. But I just have to say that I personally experience the energy of Temperance as really challenging. And that is because we are alchemizing a truth into our nervous system, and it's not always comfortable. It's like you got to get uncomfortable in order to create the new thing. We don't create magic. We don't create the next version of ourselves. We don't create love. We don't create stable foundations from a place of complacency. We create from, I am uncomfortable with where I am right now, and I need to molt, shift, grow, and bloom. And the image that comes with the Temperance card for me is often the moth or the caterpillar in the cocoon, like melting, basically like melting into nothing, dissolving. There's the death and rebirth again, right? Dissolving into goo so that you can emerge into your winged form. And so some people see Temperance and they're like, oh, Temperance, with a little patience, with a little love, with a little divine combination, we will get to this next place. And if that's you, awesome. You can hold that belief. I experience Temperance a little more challenging, and maybe that's because I don't have any patience. And I like there's a waiting element that is associated, the temperance time, right? There's a waiting element that is often associated with temperance. And so here's what I want to say about temperance being the overarching vibe of this message. Time and space, and I'm saying this to myself as much as I'm saying it to you, linear time and space are a construct of humanity. We agree that time in this realm on this planet is linear, and we wake up in the morning and we go to bed at night, and things take the time that they're meant to take in linear time. Like, we've agreed upon that here. I'm sorry, I was getting something else here. We've agreed on linear time here. It is a construct that we all agree upon so that we can get to our appointments on time, we can get to work on time, we can show up on time. We've agreed. But divine time and space is something completely different. We can literally jump timelines simply by choosing and being able to hold the frequency, being able to hold the vibration of the thing that we most desire. So here's what I'm going to say about temperance. And again, I'm saying it to myself and I'm saying it to you as well. You actually get to choose how quickly that truth, the admission of the truth to yourself or another, you get to choose how quickly that alchemizes to your next timeline. And for some of you, the that truth, this truth that you actually get to choose how long it's going to take, for some of you, like, that is the truth that actually wants to be faced. It's like, not I'm facing my truth and I'm choosing healing, and it's going to take the rest of my life to get from who I am now to the place that I want to be as I face this truth. For others of you, you already know, you're somewhat practiced at the art of manifestation, and I just want to remind you that you can make that leap really, really quickly. And I myself am being invited into letting go of the, like, torture of the temperance card and really embracing the divine timing of all of it. And knowing that divine timing is not linear time, and the jump can happen, the transformation can happen, the job that I hate to the job that I want can happen like that. The love that I desire, that I have kept at bay for whatever reason, I can face the truth that I actually deserve that love, and it can get here like that. And so I'm just reminding you that the alchemization can be hard and it can take a really long time. It can feel like, oh, I've got 42 years of therapy to do now that I've faced this truth before I heal. Or it can be, I face this truth, I'm going to make that phone call and I'm going to have a job by this time next week. I faced this truth, it's really difficult or it's really easy, and now I'm stepping into my next relationship. Things don't have to be difficult and painful. But know that when I see that temperance card come through, you are guided by angels, you are being held, you are being supported, and the alchemization can feel really sticky and really hard, but it doesn't have to be. That caterpillar, the lifespan of a caterpillar to a butterfly is really short. And so just know that it doesn't mean that you're choosing to face a truth now is going to be a long, painful journey into the future. It can happen almost instantaneously. And I'm going to just be quiet here for a moment and see if there's anything else that wants to come. I feel like I've kept us here for a long time. I don't think there's anything here. I'm going to look at my notes because I did take some notes for this. Yeah. No, I think I got it. Yeah, wherever you're lying to yourself, wherever you're lying to another. Ah, here's what I missed. Blind spots. So we can't know what we can't see. Right? This is the final point. I know I've been here for a while. We can't know what we can't see. And sometimes we can't see the truth through our wounding, through our patterns, through the substances. There are just times where we are completely unable to see the truth of who we are. It's part of the reason why I'm delivering these messages. But I also want you to know that you're being invited to wake up in the morning each day and ask to be shown what it is that you need to see that you're not seeing so that you can live a life of integrity, of love, of desire fulfilled rather than grasping, so that you can live in the love and in the magic that we all are born into and inherently deserve and promptly forget as we are wounded again and again and again. And remembering that that wounding is in service of our soul's growth. And the way you're being invited to grow today is to tell the truth to yourself, to another, to remember that we can't know what we can't see. And so to invite yourself into seeing, invite assistance of your guides, of your friends, of your angels into helping you see. And knowing and believing that the life that you desire is also the life that you deserve, no matter what you have been telling yourself for however many millennia. The life that you desire, the love that you desire, your soul's work, your purpose, all of those things, that's what you're here for. That's what you came here for. We got a little lost in the lies. And so let's stop lying to ourselves and start telling the truth and get a little more love and get a little more free. All right, now I'm done. I would love it if you would like and share and subscribe to this channel. I love and I'm so grateful that you're here and listening to the end. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know these messages have been on the longer side. Thanks for staying with me. Tell your friends, come hang out with me. If you have any questions, come and find me in the direct messages and the comments below. Facebook land, Insta land. I'm better at Facebook than I am at Instagram, but I do check Instagram. Come and talk to me in whatever way you know how to connect with me. I'm happy to answer questions. I think that's all I have. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you. Bye bye.